I met a Gypsy.
Yeah, so what have you got to do to prepare for a MotoGP race?
Everything. Like, we start on Friday and it's all about putting laps on the tyres. But then you got to try and be inside the top 10. So you've got 2 40-minute sessions on Friday.
Yeah.
And then 1 in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah.
40 minutes. So in that time, you are trying to set up the bike for the race to a track that you haven't been at in a year. You need to be inside the top 10. And if it's going to piss down on either Friday Arvo and then Saturday morning, it can still be patchy.
Yeah.
So you got to do a lap time at the end of FP1 when the bike's not good, and you got to throw tyres at it and go hell for leather and try and get inside that top 10 so that you're immediately into the Q2.
Yeah.
It's like top 10 shootout sort of thing. So it's like you're working on that, but then at the same time you're trying to understand what the bike's doing, what you need to change,
Yeah.
how your electronics are working, engine brake good here, engine brake good there.
So can you
Power's
change the engine braking
corner
on the
by
bike?
corner.
Really?
Mhm.
How do you do that?
They've got flaps in the exhaust. They've got different things with the clutch. There's so many different things they can do.
And so how
Also
does it
with firing order and stuff like that, they can change it
how does it change corner by corner?
with the GPS.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
So your bike is different every corner.
Mm-hmm. Not every corner, but like, say you're going to a 5th gear corner, you don't want like a fast corner where you're rolling off. You don't want the same engine brake as if you're trying to stop from 340 to 60k an hour.
Really? So you'll have, when you're braking, so like first corner, like main straight 300, and then you're hitting the brakes to go into that turn, your bike knows where the position that you're on the track, and it'll change so that you have more engine braking.
Yeah.
What?
Traction, power, everything.
And so it's up to you to like tell them
You got to
what
set
you
it.
want.
Yeah.
That
They
seems
give you a
like a
semi.
nightmare,
It's a
bro.
fucking nightmare to get your head around. Like, you got to work it out, and you sit down looking at fucking computers with squiggly lines on them all day. Especially for me, like I'm ADHD.
I was going to say, you're not a squiggly line. You're just a squiggly line, bro.
So trying to like do all that sort of shit is fucking like, it's a mind fuck, especially at the start coming from Moto3 where it's just throttle and brakes pretty much. You got your lean angle and stuff like that, but you don't even have a lean angle. You got like your suspension graphs and stuff like that, but that's about it.
So are there dudes that are good, that are like...
That's the thing as well, you got to have a good crew around you, a really good group, like your data guy, so the guy who's analysing what you're doing, the guy who's programming, who's your electronic engineer, and then a good crew chief, a guy who can be in charge of those two plus the mechanics.
Yeah.
So you need a whole package. It's like not just the one thing. It's like you need a good group of guys around you
And
that all understand. And like the biggest thing in team sport like that, like because it becomes a team sport then.
Yeah.
Like massively. And you don't want him saying, yeah, like he understands when he fucking doesn't.
Mm.
You know, and then you
Because
need
there
this
would be
guy
pressure
here
to
putting him
say
in the
that.
check. Yeah, like a rider comes in and I feel like he's doing, oh, yeah. And they just say, yeah. And you're like, no, that's not how it is.
Have you had that before?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times.
And do you know that they're full of shit?
I didn't at the start. Because you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but then you understand, hey, this doesn't understand. Honestly, you just sit there and you're like, I'm fucking beating my head against the wall. Like, help me.
Really? And how much difference can that make in like a lap time?
Massive.
So it's like
stupid.
Like it's gnarly.
Yeah. Especially, and not only lap time for single lap time, race distance.
Over the right.
And if you can prepare your maps that the bike is going to work from the start of the race to the end of the race when the tyre's deteriorating, everything like that. So you need to take the power down less and less, or you want to start low and then at the end of the race try and bring it up that you've got enough tire to make the race, because you'll burn through the tire.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.